Bhagadatta, the king of Pragjyotisha, charged at Bhima, riding his mighty war elephant, Supratika, a creature so feared that its name alone struck terror in enemies. By the time of the Mahabharata war, Bhagadatta was an old man. His face was lined with wrinkles, and his drooping eyelids often blurred his vision. To see clearly, he tied a silk cloth around his forehead to hold his skin back. Supratika, the huge and battle-hardened elephant, stormed toward Bhima's chariot. With its trunk, it lifted the chariot high into the air and slammed it to the ground. But Bhima, quick on his feet, jumped off just in time and took refuge under the elephant's massive belly. The elephant tried to grab him with its trunk, but Bhima cleverly stayed close to its underside, using his knowledge of elephants to wait for the right moment to escape. Supratika knelt down, trying to crush Bhima beneath its weight, but Bhima managed to crawl out and cling to its legs. As Bhima disappeared from sight, panic spread among the Pandava troops. Cries of "Bhima is crushed" echoed through the battlefield. Overcome with grief, Yudhisthira asked the king of Dasarna, known for his command over elephant divisions, to counterattack Supratika. The Dasarna king charged at Supratika on his elephant, but Supratika quickly overpowered and killed both the king and his elephant with its tusks. While Supratika was distracted, Bhima used the chance to escape. The Pandava soldiers cheered in relief when they saw Bhima alive. Satyaki then attacked Bhagadatta, but Supratika grabbed Satyaki's chariot, tossed it into the air, and Satyaki had to leap to safety. Supratika continued its rampage, crushing chariots, trampling soldiers, and killing cavalry. The more the Pandavas fought back, the more furious Supratika became. Bhagadatta urged the elephant on, and the Pandava forces began to retreat in chaos. Bhima returned to the battle with a new chariot, but Supratika attacked again, spraying blood and bones over his horses with its powerful trunk. Terrified, the horses bolted out of the charioteer's control. Bhagadatta roared like a lion, and Supratika trumpeted in triumph. Dust filled the sky as the retreating elephants and fleeing soldiers created a cloud in the northern sector. Arjuna, noticing the dust and hearing the elephants trumpeting, realized that Supratika was wreaking havoc. He immediately asked Krishna to drive their chariot toward the northern sector, fearing for Yudhisthira's safety. But Sasarma and the Trigardas blocked his way, challenging him repeatedly. They threw 2 javelins, one aimed at Arjuna and the other at Krishna. With lightning speed, Arjuna cut the javelins into pieces, and Krishna sped the chariot northward. The Pandava army, seeing Arjuna's arrival, quickly rallied around him. Bhagadatta, riding Supratika, charged at Arjuna with unmatched ferocity. Both the experienced warrior and the mighty elephant attacked with incredible force. Bhagadatta, a seasoned fighter, unleashed 14 missiles toward Arjuna in a deadly assault. Bhagadatta unleashed a series of attacks on Arjuna, but Arjuna skillfully destroyed each one, even managing to pierce Supratika's iron armor. Furious, Bhagadatta hurled a javelin at Krishna, but Arjuna intercepted it with a quick arrow and then shot another powerful arrow that struck the elephant's forehead. Bhagadatta, trying to urge his wounded elephant forward, found that Supratika, dizzy from the blow, refused to move. Determined, he grabbed a golden goad and infused it with the deadly Vaishnava missile, throwing it at Arjuna with tremendous force. The missile blazed like a meteor across the sky, and the Pandava soldiers, seeing it, cried out in fear, "Krishna and Arjuna are doomed." But Krishna, with a calm smile, stood up and positioned himself as the target. To everyone's shock, the missile softly landed on Krishna's chest, transforming into a golden garland. Arjuna, amazed, said, "You have humbled me, Krishna. You promised not to fight, yet here you are, saving me." Krishna smiled back and explained, "This was the Vaishnava missile, impossible to resist. It belongs to me, so I simply reclaimed it. Now that Bhagadatta's strongest weapon has failed, it's time for you to finish this." With that, Arjuna shot a powerful arrow that killed Supratika, bringing the mighty elephant down. He then aimed 2 arrows. One broke the silken cloth blinding Bhagadatta, and the other struck his neck, ending the king's life. Bhagadatta fell, lifeless, onto his fallen elephant. Seeing their great leader dead, the Kaurava army panicked and fled, seeking refuge behind Drona. Duryodhana and Karna tried to rally their forces for a counterattack, but the Pandava troops, led by Drishtadyumna and others, gathered around Yudhishthira and held off Drona's advance, encouraged by the death of Bhagadatta and Supratika. Sanjaya then spoke to King Dhritarashtra, "Great king, no matter how detailed, mere words can't fully capture the intensity of this great war." Sanjaya, who had the privilege of witnessing the war firsthand, said to Dhritarashtra, "It's a rare honor to witness such a historic event. The warriors who fall bravely in battle are truly blessed. Even though the war is full of bloodshed, cruelty, and violence, there's something awe-inspiring about it." With that, Sanjaya continued his detailed account of the war. The Samsaptakas returned to challenge Arjuna once more, declaring, "Some of us are dead, but we are not defeated." They shouted, "Shame on Arjuna if he doesn't face us again." Without hesitation, Arjuna asked Krishna to take him to the southern sector, where he resumed the fight. At that moment, the Narayana Gopas joined forces with the Samsaptakas and tried to ambush Arjuna. In response, Arjuna used a powerful divine weapon given to him by Tavasta, unleashing a whirlwind that tore through the Narayana Gopas. Once they were defeated, Arjuna withdrew the weapon. Meanwhile, in the northern sector, Bhima took Arjuna's place and attacked Balaka. Duryodhana, Drona, Kripa, and Karna rushed to Balaka's aid. Nila from the Pandava side attacked Drona, but Drona quickly killed him. Drishtadyumna, Abhimanyu, and other Pandava warriors joined Bhima in battling the Kauravas. Soon, Arjuna returned from the southern sector, and together with Bhima and the others, they formed a strong force. Realizing the threat, Drona told Karna to engage Arjuna in battle. For the first time in the war, Karna and Arjuna faced each other in a one-on-one duel. They fought fiercely with powerful missiles. Karna launched a fire missile, while Arjuna countered with a rain missile. The battle was evenly matched, and it went on for a long time, thrilling both armies. Eventually, 3 of Karna's brothers attacked Arjuna, but Arjuna swiftly killed them all. Elsewhere, other intense battles were happening. Satyaki fought Ashvatthama, Sahadeva clashed with Shakuni, Sikandi battled Vikarna, and Nakula faced Subahu. Yudhishthira fought Salya, while other warriors engaged in fierce combat. The fighting continued until sunset, when a truce was called for the day. The Kaurava warriors returned to their camp, walking through the dark shadows, feeling downcast and discouraged. In contrast, the Pandavas returned to their camp in high spirits, feeling victorious and energized.